Right, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. We are now under 11 weeks out from stepping on stage, so we're 10.6, 10 weeks, 6 days. So, business season, business time of the season. Everything is dialed, everything's locked. So today, we've trained some legs. So you saw, warmed up with some leg extensions, pushed that to top of the stack, you know, trying to hit that 12 to 15 mark. But yeah, right now, obviously the mindset has shifted. We're coming in, we're locking into trainings. So realistically, you know, the camera's going to be out, but we're just going to be training like, you know, no one's watching, because ideally, you know, the work that we do in the shadows is the work that will be seen when we're on stage. It's the work that counts. But yeah, anyway, we've got the quad and glute day today. So we're quad bias with some glutes. We're doing our cardio on the stairs. And majority of our cardio consists of, as I say, the stairs with controlled steps, glute squeeze at the top, because we want to bring those shredded glutes this season, so really filling them out during that, pushing the blood in there, fatiguing them, getting them going, making them work. So that's the plan. Might be a little less talking, we'll see how it goes. I'll maybe explain a few exercises here and there, but realistically I just want to gear down, knuckle down, and make sure you guys are here to follow the journey, because last prep, man, was slack, so I just focus on myself. This time I'm willing to open up and show sort of what I do, so I'll get into it. First set is going to be a warm-up set. See how it feels. Sweet, feels good. As you guys remember, I am still nursing my quad tendon issue, but it's only just starting to get better, so it's been sore for about a month and a half, 2 months. But doing our rehab, prehab, has really helped out. So remember, if you do have injuries, do not ignore them, actually do something about it. Because
it's like a glitch I can't control. Someone's fucking with my dough. Kind of voodoo shit, you know. You know, you won't find me tongue-tied. No witness on my side. Harmonies when I cry. This stuff makes me nauseous, losing what they taught us. Gotta tread real cautious. But I go back to default. I go back to default. I go back to someone's fucking in my door. Kind of voodoo shit, you know. You know, but you won't find me tongue-tied. No witness on my side. Harmonies when I cry. This stuff makes me nauseous, losing what they taught us. Gotta tread real cautious. I go back to default. 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 I go back to
Alright, so you can see from what I just did there, so we started off with our hack squats. We were relatively heavy on those for this time. Slowing down, controlling eccentric, was reverse banded. Oh no, sorry, it was banded to take the tension off my knee at the bottom. Whereas when we went on to our other our leg press, you can see we didn't have to work up to too heavy of weight, but we did actually reverse band it, so the tension is getting pulled down. So when you're at the top, the tension doesn't necessarily come off, which makes it a lot harder in the end, and it gives you no rest. So definitely did that, and then worked into a drop set. You can see that I'm trying to train bloody hard, even though I'm by myself. I reckon I'm at the peak of where my training is. Like, my training right now is the best it's ever been, regardless of any sort of injuries, and I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with my mindset going into this prep already. So as I say, 11.6 days out, 10.6 days out, we're going hard. We're going hard. Like, there's no room for error. Next exercise, what we're gonna do is, I was trying to do front squats, but I can't get myself into a good position on this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and stay upright, do a squat on the Smith machine, but try and stay upright as we can, so really fire out those quads with minimal glute glute activation, but minimal. Really just try and always put on our quads, so we raise our heels up. You'll see my straps on there. I try to do my front squat, but I'm just not mobile enough in my front right now, which is not ideal. So again, that's something that I'm working on in my own time, is my overall flexibility, especially through the top half. So posing can get better, but anyway, got to continue on, get back into this edit.
Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Listen, every part of me, I'm free from what I'm living in. Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Listen, every part of me. So don't tell me you want me just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, we can take it slowly, we can take it slow. So don't tell me you want me just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, we can take it slowly, we can take it slow. Because music is my therapy, therapy, therapy. Music is my therapy, therapy, therapy. Music is my therapy, therapy, therapy. Music is my therapy, therapy. So don't tell me you want me just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, we can take it slowly, we can take it slow. Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Listen, every part of me, I'm free from what I'm living in. Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Listen, every part of me. So don't tell me you want me just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, we can take it slowly, we can take it slow. Don't tell me you want me just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, we can take it slowly, we can take it slow. Because we can take it slow. We can take it slow. Don't tell me you want me just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, we can take it slowly, we can take it slow. We can take it slow.
that is a wrap on today's leg day. We burnt a total of 1,334 calories. Now obviously it is not 100% accurate, so we'll take it with a grain of salt. But it was under 2 hours, so hour 45, which is not too bad. For, you know, obviously we got to recover between sets, but you know, it is what it is when you're training quite hard. It's hard to fully recover, but you know, we'll have a gaze and see what our legs are looking like. Obviously they'll be swollen, they'll be pumped, they'll be inflamed, so we'll see what we get out of them. But it's not too bad. I mean, we are relatively pumped in there, but yeah, that's what we're sort of working with. But that's all good. That's sort of how it goes with my physique, so not any panic going on there. But you know, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab the thumbnail and then we'll continue on. All right, so that is quad day all done and dusted. We're outside now getting some air. Yeah, pretty hard one, but hey, it is what it is. We need to do what we need to do in order to be our best. And as I say, if I'm not doing it, someone else is. And you know, as I say, I can't let that happen. So I will film again in the week so that we can keep these videos going. So make sure, if you do want to stay tuned and follow this prep series along, make sure you do drop a sub, because honestly, it helps me massively. And one of my goals is to do well as a New Zealand bodybuilder slash content creator. And you know, it helps me do it, and it also helps our little community here in New Zealand, because at the moment, you know, the only ones that we're watching are sort of people from overseas. So if we can support ourselves, you know, I'll support other creators, and you know, we can try and push New Zealand into the scene a little bit more, because at the moment I don't think we get the recognition that we should be. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm going to continue on with training, diet, everything. As I say, we're going to 10 weeks out, and you know, we can't leave any stone, you know, turned over. We got to turn them all. So hey, it is what it is. So now I'm looking forward to future videos, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.